Hi, my name is Robert Allen. I'm here with Tim Motor and Francis Klein. We're going to do a short poetry reading for you. Should be about 15, 20 minutes, and we encourage you to listen to the whole thing. I'd like to start by saying that Tim Motor, who's with us tonight, he has a new book out called Osiris, and just like to focus on that a little bit, give Tim some notice. I'll put all the information for both Francis, my books, and Tim's book in the text box underneath the YouTube video. So, congratulations, Tim. It's really awesome.
Thank you. Thank you, Rob.
I'd like to go ahead and introduce Tim to start us off. Tim Motor, he, him, is a poet from northern Wisconsin. Motor is the author of the poetry collection Osiris, Hidden Peak 2026. His poems have appeared in the Denver Quarterly, Pinch, Show Journal, Glassworks, and others. Motor is an enrolled member of the Bad River Band of the Lake Superior Chippewa. Tim, would you like to read?
Sure. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, I'm very excited to be here with Robert and Francis. I love their poetry. I had a book come out with the Hidden Peak Press, which is a press in Denver, Colorado. And the cover art was done by a Mexican artist named Natalie Potter. She also happens to be my niece. And the Mexican soccer team will be playing right after this reading is over. So I'm representing the Mexican soccer jersey for them. This book started back when people were saying the Mayan calendar was ending and the world was going to end. And I had the idea to write some poems about dying and rising gods. Took a lot of liberties, so I'm not sure. It's art, not encyclopedia, but there's a lot of dying and rising gods in the poems. And this one's called Osiris at Abbey Gethsemane, December 21st, 2012. Listening with skin and bone, sanctifying time. With wrapped eyes closed, I walked moccasin soft on a hollow night, insomniac listening. I hear time-dead voices recite the divine office with the mouths of the living, our senses in a single file line. Everything opens for them eventually, the dead. Elevator doors, ends of tunnels, even the earth itself. In times like this, who does not want madness? I left my body on the bed and fell onto the grotto, pitching blindly into the storm's eye. In the library, words perform. On unplugged radios, under picture skies, prophets whisper fortunes to me. They say tomorrow's rain will pound the grass flat. And this one's called The Role of Light in Man. I shall mean by resurrection, bodies loosed from porous earth, fishermen walking on water, bare muscled footprints made of mud, whirlpools, portals, patterns of recognition, women at wells reaching for water with open hands. The role of light in man is shadow. More than ambush lays in wait as wounded angels roll back stones. The sky wants water, dirt wants bone. The second to last line will save you from yourself until you hang as a curved sun, creating widened horizons, hoveringly. And then there's a pizza place in Duluth, Minnesota, which is kind of where I'm from. This poem takes place there. It's called Series Orders a 14-inch hand-tossed gluten-free elote at Pizza Luce, Duluth, Minnesota. It's late in the evening. I'm with Ceres, waiting for her daughter to show. She looks me up and down, shaking her head. It's late in the evening. She says, your method of living is making you tired. I assume it's the drugs. I can hear tourist pigeons on Superior Street. They laugh with her. She says, no, it's not the drugs. It's how you disregard tradition. I say, listen, first fields, first fruits, I get that. But can't you make a holiday for the ghosts? I order a non-alcoholic beer. The lights go out as she starts to smile. The pain is in your head, she says. It's late on any evening. A fox runs through the dining room as the food comes. Tahine, sweet corn, applewood smoked bacon, fresh jalapeno, sliced green onions, feta cheese, mozzarella cheese, Bianca sauce, drizzled cilantro aioli. And then I have another poem. This one takes place in Duluth too. It's called The Breakup at Cana. I got the text. Come to the 5th floor of Inger Tower. Just you. After climbing up 90 season smooth spiral steps, I see him brace against the cold, imposing hand-hewn wall. He's got a 3-day growth, eyes full of sorrow, dirty feet and dirty snow. He's mumbling to himself about wine in broken vessels. He's shaking his head. He doesn't see me. I say, Christ Jesus. I stare through open window apertures, part of an apathetic hillside watching the city. Trees below are tied in shrouds, arms crossed with frost. I think we'll be here all night. He's attuned to some wretched rhythm, rocking back and forth. As I tick the next long drag off my cigarette, he's singing Springsteen, Darkness on the Edge of Town. And then I have one more poem that I'm going to read. This is called I Practice Gratitude with Osiris before the witch tree at Agate Bay. And I just want to say that Justin and Kyle at Hidden Peak Press were excellent to work with. They did a good job with the manuscript and the process. There's a coyote in the northern lights, Osiris, telling us secrets that will last through the night, Osiris. Like painters, our clothes absorb colors. Our diamond green skin reflects mysterious skies. Osiris, like liars, we've learned to relax our eyes. It's been so long since I've heard the stars sing. Could you make them again? Until the sun sleeps in the face of the moon, Osiris. Until night breath comes light through cedar, and night prayers groan solid through rock, and night curses laugh a waved teased shoreline with an aurora that cannot be extinguished. Of course, the dead return to us, brother. Of them we say nothing. Thank you very much. Yeah, thanks. Again, it's Osiris. Excellent artwork. And so that was me. Are you ready to do some reading, Robert?
I am, yes.
Excellent. Robert Allen is a poet living in Oakland, California, with his writer spouse. His most recent chapbook, Aphasia, is now available from Inkfish Press, and he can be found at www.robertallenpoet.com.
Thank you, Tim. Okay. I'm going to read a couple unpublished poems and then some micro poems as well. This first one, loveliest of trees, the cherry now is hung with bloom along the bough. Houseman. Prunus serralata propagated the sky with petals like lively silken animals drifting in pale fire. That day I was happy. Life spun around me as vaulting pink flames, and I saw it, the divine God creatrix, whatever the name. I was pulled up into it, and I became grace. My life's clearest moment flicked like a switch that clicked on ecstasy. I swear the trees were dancing. This one's called Gospel. Faith is a difficult demon. It is spare and fickle. Goddamn faith into fact. It's called Buddha. I walk all night as the peace of keeping a vigil kindles the emptiness. This one was published in Tiny Wren. It was part of the Tarot Major Arcana series, and this is the Emperor. The throne's ram heads support the Father's hands, power his gentle plaything. Great King, empower my day with my own self-authoring. This final one is called God Rested. Sometimes God has to get away to rest, to escape to a tropical island in the Caribbean and sit with grandeur on the white sand and ignore creation for the day. Sometimes God just gets tired. It's a lot to deal with to be God. There's heartache, there's pleasure, there's martyr, there's the fire, there's an end and a beginning. God made it all and is tired now and simply needs a sunny vacation. We at least owe God that, a break from our makings and failures, our big wins and our losses that God planned. Who wouldn't in the same position need some time away from it all? On another planet, maybe unpeopled or off-season resorts, spare of human voices, their messes, oh, human messes. It's a lot to deal with, this wild world and its works. Let's get God some sunshine and sea sand and have a day where all that really matters is deep, deep rest, seventh day rest that we offer quietly, heads bowed. Thank you. Our next reader is Frances Klein, she, her. Frances is an Alaskan poet and teacher. Klein is the author of poetry collection Another Life, Right in Your Throat 2025. She's the founding editor of Flight, a literary sampler, and the editor at the Weight Journal. Klein's flash and poetry have appeared in Best Microfictions, the London Magazine, Rattle, and the Harvard Advocate, and others. Frances, would you like to read?
Hey, Robert and Tim. Thanks everybody for watching, and congratulations again, Tim, on Osiris. I'm waiting for my copy, but I'm so excited. So I'm going to read a few quick pieces. The first one was originally published by River Styx, which is a journal out of St. Louis, and this is for the Sesame Street fans in the crowd. Is called Mr. Johnson and Grover in Hell. Grover is in every room Mr. Johnson goes into in hell. In every room, Grover is there, endlessly, cheerfully literal. Mr. Johnson has been promised he can leave hell once he passes through each room, standard contract, but Grover is in every room, slowing the process to a crawl. Mr. Johnson spends the 22nd century waiting for his complimentary welcome to hell latte in room 1, because first Grover needs to grow the coffee tree and put the ball out to stud. He spends the 23rd century and half of the 24th in room 7, where he waits at the laundromat to wash the crusted cement out of the clothes he died in, while Grover patiently combines enough hydrogen and oxygen to run the rinse cycle. Mr. Johnson loses track of time during the complimentary medical check when Grover insists that he's demisexual, that he doesn't feel comfortable starting Mr. Johnson's colonoscopy until they know each other a little better. There are as many rooms in hell as there are ways to wait, and there are as many ways to wait as Grover has costume changes. If this were Earth or heaven, Mr. Johnson would give up, succumb to the farce of it all, and lose himself in it. But because this is hell, he has hope, and because he has hope, he suffers. So the next one I'm going to read is from my chapbook called Text Messages from the Angel Gabriel, which is by Gnashing Teeth Press. It's a linked collection. I guess it's called a novel in verse about the angel Gabriel coming to Earth. And so I'm going to read one called The Angel Gabriel Ditches the Nature Walk. All things are less impressive when you were present at their creation. The angel Gabriel ambles behind the group as it moves through the cedars, pointedly ignoring the guide. The talk at the trailhead was about stewardship, about how to admire the plants we encounter while leaving them living. The angel Gabriel strips each shield fern of its fronds, leaving the naked stalks strewn among the trail rocks like splinters fallen from the broken gates of Eden. He plucks fireweed blooms to crush between thumb and forefinger. He pops baneberries into his mouth for the cyanotic satisfaction of surviving that which would kill any mortal being. Our guide comments that she has never seen so few animals on a hike, says they must all have business in other parts of the forest. The angel Gabriel scoffs that only humans are foolish enough to approach angels. By the time we reach the lookout, he has vanished, and it is not until I get back to the apartment that I find him wrapped in an Afghan Attenborough's honey rumble voice pouring over shots of steaming southern rainforests. It's not quite sibling rivalry, Angel Gabriel tells me, this tension between his kind and creation. It's the feeling the harvested crop has as the farmer turns their back to look out over the fresh, untilled field. I am going to read one more, which is from my full-length collection, I Have Never Wanted Another Life, which is from Riot in Your Throat Quest. This is the last poem in the book, and it is called What We Do After. When the word gets out that there is no God, and the sky closes like a lid, we all go on much the same as before. The old churches continue to be converted into ramen lounges and spirit Halloweens. The most famous saints still the ones with the glistening wet eggs of Super Bowl rings perched above their knuckles. We adjust to the way our prayers rebound, land shuddering at our feet like stunned starlings. We lived like there was no God, even when we thought there was one. Now that we know better, we go out of our way to avoid crushing the line of black ants on the sidewalk, doggedly ferrying kernels of popcorn back to their hill. We keep extra bandages in our pockets to give to the children of strangers when they fall off their bikes. The bandages have characters on them from the cartoons we have continued to make even though there is no God. Cartoons where the frog and bear say harsh words at first, then come together. In the end, they share a blanket while they take turns looking through their telescope at the empty, star-filled sky. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. That was great. Well, I want to thank you for listening. Again, my name is Robert Allen, Tim Motor, and Francis Klein. We have the readers tonight. Tim, just want to underline, has a new book out, Osiris. Very excited about that. Congratulations, Tim, again.
Yeah,
And I just
thank
like to remind the folks listening that you can look in the text box to find information on all our books, not just Tim's. So thank you for listening, and you have a pleasant day.